Hello again, and welcome to Staff Training Day 2, Part 6, where we're going to be discussing Adobe Connect. So we've moved from MConf to Adobe Connect, and I think the previous trainers who we are grateful that you joined us again for this, the previous system administrators and teaching assistants would admit that there's a bit of a difference between the conferencing system that we used last year and that we're using this year. Hence, I need to cover Adobe Connect. Hopefully, most of you did do the tests with Verena the previous week, where we were trying to see if you can hear us and whether your webcam works and whether you can see us and whether you know how to work your way around Adobe Connect, which is quite important because for contact sessions on a weekly basis, a trainer will sign in at the end for an hour. So training starts at 10:30 and ends at 2:30, and a trainer will come in at 1:30 to answer any questions and engage with you as teaching assistants, system administrators, and more importantly, the participants. So it's quite important that we do get to know our way around Adobe Connect as different classroom sites. Again, we're using Adobe Connect, and this is what it looks like for those of you that did the test, or rather have used it. And we've sent you emails with the resources on how to use Adobe Connect, but I'll cover more of this at some point for those of you that need it. The URL for the IBT meeting room in Adobe Connect is here, meeting.uct.ac.za/A/bayonet_2018. And we asked that for every classroom that they be, because obviously most of you have access and all of you sign in. However, we kindly ask that per each classroom site, if we can, if you all want to sign in, that's okay. But for that one that's going to be counted and projected, we ask that we use one login per classroom. So for instance, I'd say instead of Pablo Chauke, I'd call myself UCT so that Pablo can see that, or rather I can see, and other IBT core team, we can see that you belong to a certain node and institution instead of just writing your name. Because although I do appreciate that I should know your names by now, I don't know who, but at the top of my mind that Peter or Banla is from Abuja. I'm not yet there. I will get there, but for now, I kindly ask that you instead of making me, work too hard and trying to figure out who it is, just rather write down which node you're from or which institution you're representing. Please note that the IBT room will only be available during contact session and by prior arrangement with us, with the IBT core team. So again, as you saw with day one, I did lock or close the room at some point after I thought that we were done with Adobe Connect for that day. So it's important that you know that only during contact sessions and by prior arrangement will you be able to access the room, because if I don't open it or IBT core team don't open it, you're not going to be able to access it. For now, I'm going to give those that have access to Adobe Connect time to pause the video and even leave it, because what I'm going to ask you to do now is to switch to Adobe interface now. So if you have access and are able to access Adobe Connect and have an account and have read the instructions, have done the tests, please stop this video now and you'll only watch part 7 after we speak, because I'm going to be speaking to you live. Obviously now this is recorded, but I'm going to be live as well on the interface. When you pause this video, you're going to find me waiting for you in the UCT meeting room, or rather the IBT H2A meeting room. I'm going to stop now and give you a few seconds to switch the video off if you have access to Adobe Connect for you to go and access Adobe Connect. However, for those of you that, for many reasons, either the internet connectivity for today is quite bad, or you haven't yet done the training for whatever reason, which we need to resolve ASAP, watch the following demo. I'm going to do a demo on Adobe Connect. And just a reminder that Adobe Connect user guide is in IBT resources on Vula under the staff training folder, and there's a folder for how to run webinars or how to access Adobe Connect and how to use it as a host, as a presenter, as a participant. For now, I'm gonna do a demo for Adobe Connect for those of you that need it. I'm just gonna quickly, okay, let me make this bigger. Okay. I'm moving this here. Yes, I'll move it around. Okay. So for now, as you can see here, I'm the only one who's in the room at the moment. This is the IBT, H3A Bionet IBT meeting room that we're going to be using for contact sessions for the next 3 months. And I just want to explain a few things or pods or icons that are going to be important for the next a few months for you. So on the top here, well, this is mainly for me where I can record the meetings if I need to record the lecture or whatever webinar I'm running. So this is good because I also run webinars. So whatever webinars that I run, which I record and then put on YouTube, this is where I record them. These are the layouts and pods. These things are pods here. So the chat room is a pod, the note is a pod, a webinar is a pod, rather a webcam, is a pod as well. Most importantly for you is to make sure that your audio is connected, right? So you're not going to be able to see these because I'm the one who's hosting, or rather who runs this room. But however, for your own class, you can adjust the volume here. You can this is for speakers. Now here, if you want to connect your audio, you do go click there and you connect your audio. It's pretty easy, I believe. You activate your mic here. So for now, if it's doing that, if it's, you can see I'm speaking, my voice is actually vibrating there. So if it's green, it means that it's on. Even for this, it means that green means on. Green means working and means on. So I'm going to kindly ask you that for whatever classroom that we have, whatever contact session, only when you are asking a question and are given rights to speak, should you switch on your mic. Because what tends to happen is, I've switched it off now. You can see that although it's green, yes, there's this a line over it, meaning that the mic is muted. Hence now it's saying unmute my microphone. So I think be careful to always put your mics on mute. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is there's going to be feedback during the live contact sessions. And that's going to be a bit of a challenge. And we kindly ask that you actually switch it off. A webcam is something that you can also switch on, depending on, let me move it over here so that you can see me on the webcam. I'm just moving this to show you. And you can start sharing your webcam as well. Okay, I think now the issue is I have too many things on. So I have this recording on, but stop my webcam. So the issue then there was I'm using a webcam for recording this video. However, if I was live on Adobe Connect without recording this video currently that you're seeing, you'd be able to see me, my face appear here. And this is what you, as a team or the system administrator mainly, you're going to switch on the webcam from here when it's time for you. So what's going to happen is we can't all switch on our webcams every week. We're going to ask that on a weekly basis. A classroom volunteers either way in advance, or I'm going to communicate this at some point where we select and ask classrooms to volunteer themselves to be featured on a webcam. So there might be 2 classrooms per week. So the webcam that's going to be on is for the trainer and for the classrooms that are featured. Everyone else has to switch off their webcam. This little person here raising their hand, you can use that icon to raise your hand when you have a question. Again, this is where slides are going to appear. Webcams, you can move this around, by the way. So if, can I move that? Yes. I moved it there for now. I can move it there. You can move it anywhere on your screen as well, just to make sure that you can also see the whole pause and icon going on there. Quickly, again, so this is from the other day when Sean and other people from different classrooms were around. You can use that to type whatever questions you have. And as the trainer and myself and everybody will be able to see it. You can also private message people. So a lot of people were private messaging me as well, which other people were not able to see. So when it says everyone, it means everyone has access to your question. Here we put the notes that are important for whatever classroom. So although here, as you can see, I'm the only one who's in this room at the moment, at this meeting room at the moment, when there's other classes, you will see a list of them. I can either give you powers as a presenter or participant, depending on what powers you need and that I deem for that moment to be important for you. But however, everybody has access to the mic and to the camera. And I think you should start playing around with Adobe Connect if you haven't yet done so that you know your way around it. Thank you so much for this. Let me take it back to the slides. Let me move this a bit over there. Okay, it still needs to be moved a bit. Yeah, so for now, I think the idea was for me to give a refresher or to give a bit of an introduction to Adobe Connect for those that don't know or haven't yet used it before. However, a reminder is Adobe Connect user guides and guide is in the IBT resources under the staff training folder, and there's a folder for Adobe Connect training. For now, I'm kindly asking you to watch video labeled Day 2, Part 7.